Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's region call. I'm really excited to have a chat with you guys today. I themed it social media, but over the last couple of days, as I've been putting all this together and just reflecting on my notes now, I probably should have themed it. It's more growing your prospect list. And I think that's where we're sort of at as a region. You know, I talk to all of you girls a lot, so I know where you're at individually, and we're all around that same thing, even myself. And I often hear, I wrote this down and highlighted it, where in the world are all the people, right? Like that's kind of how we're feeling. And, you know, that fear of reaching out and people taking us seriously and all of that. So before I get into all of that, I wanted to really quickly touch on CRM with you guys. I am not the best leader in the world in terms of CRM because I only got on it this week and we've had it for a while. It's been something I've been wanting to get on and check out and get my head around, and I just haven't. I'm not too tech savvy, as you guys all know. But oh man, I've been missing out. When I got on today and had a really good look, it is amazing. The thing I love about it the most is the stuff that I'm often thinking about, it does for me. So it really does take a mental load off, especially as you grow bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, like I have so many preferred clients and I have like such a big team, and I can it tracks everyone for me. I can enter my prospects in and it tracks them as well. So I think, you know, you can track how much you've been connecting with and all of that. You can really make your business look sexy. You know, like I love that. I love that it's like structured and I feel savvy when I'm on it. And I don't know, I got a bit addicted to it today, and I could see how organized it was and how much easier it could potentially make everything. So what you want to do when you get a chance, go to the source, go to CRM, sorry. You know, that dashboard thing. And you'll see where do you want to go, and it says dashboard, source, CRM. Click on CRM. You want to go into your settings and make sure you register and link your email to it. So I didn't do this straight away, and I spent about an hour trying to work out how to send an email, and I couldn't understand why it wouldn't work, and it was driving me mental. This is why, and I was actually like, this is why I don't do this stuff. Technology, I'm wasting time. I can't work this out. And then in the beginning, you have a 30-second tour. Do the tour because it tells you in the tour. So, you know, like if I'm someone who skips the tour, and I'll work it out, do the tour. Okay, the tour will give you heaps of little heads up on those things. But go to your settings, link your email and set up your footer. I love the footer on your email. You can put your photo on it, your name. You can link your Instagram to it. You can add a video to it if you like. So I would really recommend linking yourself presenting the Arbonne business opportunity. I have on mine, I have the video that we made at Cass House's house that day, where all the RVPs and NVPs spoke. I have that on there. But if I didn't have that, I'd have my Discover Arbonne video on there. So, or even just to do a short welcome video. No pressure though. You know, if you don't feel like you're ready to do a video, that's totally fine. Find a video that you like. You might use the Arbonne Discover Arbonne video that Arbonne's done. That's an awesome little 5-minute video that you can attach to the bottom of that as well. So have a play with that, guys, and get confident with it. There's a section there that says free gift. So go over CRM, find something that you really love, and then add it in, just write about it, and Arbonne will send you a free gift. So that's pretty cool. The thing I love the most about it, guys, is it's so easy to email your preferred clients. It tells you what your preferred clients have ordered, who's due for a follow-up, who's due for birthdays, who's due for renewals, who's just recently ordered. All of that all pops up for you, and it comes up with a little to-do list. And, you know, I got two consultants who are due for renewal this month. So I just flicked them an email to remind them, and it's all ready to go. You just click email. Up comes the template, edit what you want. You can select a picture. There's a variety of beautiful pictures you can choose from. Select one and flick them an email, and then down the bottom, it's got my signature on it. How cool is that? All done for me, done in 10 seconds. I think that's really cool. And, you know, as I said, as you guys grow that to-do list, like I haven't logged into mine for a while, so the number on my to-do list was quite extravagant. I was like, whoa. But when you stay on top of this, like it really does simplify things. So I just wanted to touch on that today because I had a really great experience with it this morning. Don't procrastinate on it. Jump on it when you get a moment and set up your CRM. It's a lot of fun and it'll save you a lot of time. Okay, so let's talk about growing your prospect list. I've got 5 big tips for you guys on how to do this, on how to grow your list, basically. A lot of it's social media because, you know, that's what I wanted to talk about and touch on the most tonight. But some things are tips outside of social media as well, because obviously, you know, it's very hard to 100% build your business on social media. But you can build a massive business on social media at the same time. So step number 1 is your list. So if you haven't yet, go to iDesign and download your 100-person list. Check that out. Be all over that. Carry your list with you everywhere. You will find top income earners. And I was listening to some Eric Worre, Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing trainings today. And I heard one of them say, in my diary, I carry my $1 million list. And I was like, yes, that's so true. I carry mine in the back of my passion planner. It just saves so much time. I go straight to it and see who I haven't connected with in a while, or you know, who I've added to my list and haven't connected with at all, whatever it might be, and I go through my list, and that's my business. If you don't have a list, you have no business. You've got no one to work with. And if you don't have a list, you often find yourself working with the same 5 people. You know, it can be quite draining. So get your hands on your list, get that out. I really think about where people are in the world. So I sit there and like write down all the cities in Australia, for example, and then all the capital cities, and then think who you know in each of those cities. And you can shoot them a message as simple as, you know, say Manda lives in Perth. I could shoot Manda a message and say, hey, Manda, how are you? You know, I know we haven't spoken in a while. I trust so much that you're going well. I just wanted to reach out to you because I'm really looking at expanding my business into Perth, into Western Australia. My business is booming here in Queensland. It's a health and wellness business. Do you know anybody who's looking at making an income alongside what they're doing and is into health and wellness? That's it. Something as simple and sassy as that. Flick it off to everyone you know in Perth. Mate, it's so important to send it to people that you know, not just people online. Like you can go to Instagram and search hashtag Perth and send this to 100 people tonight when we get off this call. You know, like it's so exciting what you can do. There are billions of people online sitting there tonight, and you just never know who will respond to that and say, hey, I'm into that. Flick me some info. You just never know. So Cass House has just built a massive leg through hashtag Melbourne, you know, and then she found people and grew her business down there with very similar concept. So I think that's exciting to know that that's at our fingertips. But quite often it's the people that you know who always get back to you. It's the people that you know you've established that relationship with. It's very easy to ignore a random person. But it's also your feelings aren't hurt when you're ignored by a random person. So that's the balance of both sides. So and think of Facebook as well, guys, not just Instagram. I was talking to Cherie the other day, and she gave me some great tips on Facebook. You know, go through friends of friends of friends of friends, you know, and just start sending some friend requests. And when they accept your friend request, send them a message and say, thanks so much for connecting. See where they live. You know, I know it's a bit cheeky, but see where they live. This is what I do. So one accepted my friend request the other day. I went in and had a look, and she lives in Oklahoma. And I said the same message with Oklahoma. So, you know, I made her fit what I was looking for, you know. And she wrote back, I found her through a vegan group. A lady in a vegan group posted. I clicked on her and I seen her friend list, and I sent a few of her friend list friend requests. That's how, you know, and it was just so random. You know, I said, I know you don't know me at all. I'm from Australia and I'm really trying to grow my business in Oklahoma. And that was it. So it's so, you know, it's so easy to do those things. So be adventurous, guys. And what I love about that, like Amy got the most outrageous message the other day. She screenshotted it and sent it to me. Total hater, total keyboard warrior. I can just imagine their outlook in life, you know, and you're going to get that. You know, you're going to flick it to the wrong person. Like I've just seen today, just on a total side note, Ellen DeGeneres done this beautiful post today about being worried about things that are happening in the world. And the comments that people wrote on that were just disgusting. Like, I just cannot believe how negative, how shallow, how mean people are behind a computer. It's so gutless. They don't even have to say it to your face. They just on their computer. And they probably haven't been, like I said to Amy, probably haven't been on a holiday in 5 years, probably, you know, miserable at their work, and who knows, but they say really, you will come across people, this person in particular, always online trolls. Yes, it's so true. Don't let them get you down. I wouldn't even waste your time messaging them back and trying to defend the industry and defend Arbonne. Next. You know, there are billions out there to message. Just ignore those ones. It's very rare. Like, I've messaged hundreds and I haven't had a message like that yet. I know Ames has messaged a lot as well, and this is her first one. So, you know, it's not common, but be prepared and don't take it to heart. Some people, haters are going to hate, and there's not much we can do about that. So I really want to encourage you guys to dig when it comes to your list, to dig when it comes to Instagram, and to dig when it comes to Facebook to find people and to reach out and connect. So always having your antlers on and listening, because I say this all the time. People are saying it around us all the time, that they're tired, that they're overworked, that they don't like their boss. You know, that I've had so many mums say to me, I wish I could have gone to the kids' sports day, and, you know, stuff like that. I got to see Amanda's hubby at sports day. So how cool is it when one of the mum or dads can be present there at a sports day? You know, I know everyone can't have that, and whatever, you know, in whatever home life you've got going on. But for me, I'm a very competitive person. It's quite funny. One of my friends there at sports day, Andy won discus, and my friend's like, I said, yeah, look, Andy got a first ribbon. And my friend goes, oh, yay, so you're going to give her dinner tonight? And I laughed, like, yeah. And I laughed, and she goes to my sister, she's laughing, she's like, ha. And she's so serious. Anyway, it was really funny. It made me laugh. But I just love seeing the kids try their best, and, you know, I love the whole atmosphere of it. I love everyone cheering and yelling at their kids, and I just really enjoy the whole thing. And but in saying that, Jake had an allergic reaction at 2:00. I don't know to what. And I was like, oh, praise the Lord, I'm so out of here. I was over it by 2. Like, I was exhausted. I was chasing Brock. I'd, you know, seen him throwing stuff and jumping stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm done. But the beginning part was really exciting. Anyway, I'm getting so off track. Sorry, guys. Where am I up to? But even just like since doing a post on Facebook that I was at sports day and those pictures, I've had people reach out to me saying, you know, I would really love to be at sports day. I haven't been to a sports day ever. I've had to be at work, and it always makes me feel sad. And and you know what? It's as simple as saying, you know what? Can I ask you something? Are you open to changing that? Are you open to learn a little bit more about what I do, so that maybe you could go to next year's sports day? Yeah, what do you do? Send me information. Yeah, I'm open, 100%. So when someone says to you, you know, I've been trying to lose weight and I can't, are you open to other ways? Because I, you know, happen to have a product that is amazing, and I help people on weight loss journeys. Really? Yeah, it's just, you know, learning how to roll it off your tongue, basically, but just being authentic and telling it like it is, and just saying whatever their problem is, are you open to fixing that? ... I can fix it with XYZ, with this product, with this opportunity, with this, or whatever it might be. Don't reach out at that second though, guys. That's a little side tip, and probably a big one. And something I haven't actually spoken about with you guys, but if someone does a Facebook post about, you know, they're fully hanging out all their dirty washing on Facebook, they're tired, they're overworked, or they're talking about trying to lose weight or having no energy or whatever it might be, that's not the time to message them and say, hey, I just saw your Facebook post. You know, they're probably in a negative mind space. You know, to do a post like that, you're probably not in the best place. So take a mental note of it and add their name to your list and get in touch with them in a few days. You know, I think that's really key. If you're having a coffee with someone and they start talking about, you know, how their boss is treating them or whatever, it might be the time to bring it up. It might feel great and it might really go places. But if they're fully in Debbie Downer mode, just listen, you know. And I wrote that down actually to talk about it. Who says that? I think it is good old John C. Maxwell. Good leaders ask great questions. It's so true. So when they're talking about that, dig into their questions. So what do you mean? How does your boss make you feel? What do you think's making you so tired? You know, or whatever. You get where I'm going. Just keep asking questions and let them just talk and talk and talk. And then later, you know, message them and say, you know what, I've been really thinking about our chat at the park today, or I was really thinking about you after I ran into you at the shop today, whatever it might be. Okay, and it's really important to track your contacts, guys. Use our CRM for that. It is amazing. And like I said, it keeps your business in order and it makes you feel sassy and professional. It did, like for me, I got off there like, oh yeah, my business is sexy. It's so cool. Like I really liked it. I felt really jazzy with it. So get excited about that and really utilize it to, track all your prospects as well. Okay, so the second tip is, so you've got your list. Cass said she sends a voice message when she gets home after someone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is such a key thing. I think that's really important. Okay, so the second step is, now I want you to think about who they know. Because doesn't that just make your list explode? Like you've just written down 100 people. Or you think about all those people on Facebook and Instagram and then think about who they know. Now do you realize how many people are actually at your reach? Isn't that a bit mind-blowing to think? That's billions, guys. That's so many. People you actually know, that's hundreds, right? And then you combine social media with that and now we're talking billions. So, and it's as simple as, would you be open to hosting for me? Would you be open to looking at a business opportunity? Do you know anyone in your area who's looking at making an income alongside what they're doing? It's just the golden questions, guys, and it's your 60-second story, and it's getting it out there. I love that saying, and I know this sounds bad, but I mean it with love, kind of. Every dud knows a stud, right? So everyone you know, when you're growing your business, especially in the beginning when you're getting it off the ground, you have to think that sometimes, and really reach out to everyone and ask everyone if they're open to hosting for you, or ask everyone if they're open to trying a few products if you drop them a tote bag. I love that saying, are you open to? Like I might reach out to Amy and say, hey, Ames, I just started a new business alongside what I'm doing at the moment, just trying to make a bit of an extra income, and I found some products that I really love. Would you be open to trying them if I dropped you a bag to see if you love them too? Just something like that was just off my head. I'd obviously play with the wording on my phone, but just something as simple as that, without...
I would love to. Sorry. I was like, I need to answer that question. Come on.
Yeah, because I think sometimes we go too far. Like I'd be like, Amy, I just started a business. I'm so excited. It's health and wellness. And our founder was Tanner Mork, and he was such a visionary. And he comes from Switzerland, and we're pure, safe, and beneficial, and we're vegan. And oh my goodness, let me send you some before and after photos because the skin will change your life. And look at how much weight these people have lost. And they're like, whoa, just keep it really simple. Keep it short and sassy. I love John McFarlane talks a lot about this in that book, Drop the Pink Elephant, Ames. I love it. I love how he talks about cutting out all the extra words and keeping it simple, sassy, and to the point. Sometimes we say like too much. Sometimes we say hun. Hey, hun. How are you, hun? I was just thinking of you, hun. It's too much. You just have to blanket that out sometimes and be professional, and just as simple as, are you open to trying a couple products? I'd love your feedback. I'd appreciate your opinion. Whatever it might be. Always remember that your main job and the main thing you're doing here, when you said yes to doing Arbonne, you said yes to networking. We're network marketers. And that's such a key element of the whole business, is understanding that, it's about being confident and believing in what you have to offer it to the people you know and to offer it to people on social media, and then working out ways to network past that into who they know. That is such an important thing, and that's tip number 2. Okay, the third thing is get amongst new groups, guys. Network on purpose, like I was just saying. There's a great app called Meetup. I know I talk about it all the time. Make a goal for yourself that by the end of the week you're going to find a new group to be a part of, whether it's on Meetup, whether it's on Facebook. Facebook's so easy. There's like Yummy Mummies, and oh my goodness, there's mum groups, there's health groups, there's mums and bubs in Brisbane. I know a lot of the mums groups, obviously being a mum, but there are hundreds and hundreds of groups. Find a new group and reach out to those people. On a side note, and Ames, and I know that a couple others listening at home might have experienced this as well. And I don't want to blanket it and judge everyone under the same thing, but this is just us and just between us. Because the lady who got back to Ames that was quite judgy was in the vegan groups, and I often find that the vegan groups, they can be really cutthroat, and they can be a bit judgy for sure. They're very passionate about being vegan, which is amazing. I love that. But they're also they don't hold back in coming forward. So, you know, if you're only in vegan groups, I would really recommend exploring outside of those vegan groups as well and finding a lot of other ones too, because I've really noticed that in the ones I message, and I've been messaging a lot of hashtag vegans and finding vegans. I love that our products are vegan, you know, so obviously fellow vegans are going to be in line with that, is, you know, the way I'm thinking with it. But I've just, I have found that. So make sure you broaden your horizons behind the one stereotype, you know, and think of a lot of other different groups and a lot of other different types of people that you can talk to and chat to, and a lot of other groups you can be involved in. I love that Meetup app. I really recommend you get a part of that, because you can write down all your interests and then it finds the groups for you, what things that you might love that are going on in your area. Unfortunately, Amanda, there's not much here for us. So we could start our own groups. Let's start a walking group for a start. I'm keen to do that. But ours are more, and I've been in lots of mummy groups and stuff like that, and I've made a lot of connections in there. You don't want to talk business in there, guys. You want to create connections, you know, just get to know everyone in there and give people an opportunity to get to know you as well. Become friends. Always check in on your energy, guys, too, with your Facebook and with groups and stuff. There's a great book called The Energy Bus, and it's people join your energy. They really do. It's such a key thing. So if you think that your energy might need a look over, that's a great book to recommend, that I recommend that you read. It's like I was saying at Leadership Retreat in my speech about your sign. What does your sign say? It's the exact same idea. When I got to footy training this afternoon, I was Val, hey, I really was. I wasn't in the greatest mood. I had a really horrible afternoon with the kids. I was nearly late to footy training. They just weren't listening, you know, just classic afternoon of repeating myself 50 million times. And I had a bit of a headache, and I think it's from the 30 days, and I did the body cleanse today. So my gut is rolling a bit and I just wasn't feeling so great. Anyway, I got to footy training and I went over to where the mums were. And on my way over, as I walked, I was like, check yourself. You're good, check yourself. Like, you know, I said it to myself. Tony Robbins talks about that too, change your state. Yeah, you know, get all over it. And when I got there, they're like, how are you, Danny? I'm like, I'm good, girls. How you going? How's your last week of term? And just started chatting. Every bone in my body wanted to go, just had the shittest afternoon. Like, that's just all I wanted to say. But I was like, nah, I'm just going to be positive and be fresh and be vibrant, and, you know, and I think it's really important. That's what people love to see. That's what a leader does. Okay. Succeeding in business is about constantly making new connections. That's a quote from Richard Branson. And I love, back to that training we did ages ago where he said, hope is the best thing you can give someone. I always wake up in the morning and think to myself, who can I give hope to today? Because, you know, guys, hundreds of millions of billions of people are going to wake up tomorrow morning depressed about their job, depressed about their bills, depressed about dropping their kids at daycare, depressed about X, Y, and Z. It goes on and on and on. There's things that, you know, they might have lots of money and be financially free, depressed about time freedom, depressed about having to cancel their holiday again because they have to keep working, whatever it might be. We have hope to give all of them, you know, and I think that's really exciting. So when I wake up in the morning, I lay there and think, who am I going to give hope to today that they can create a better life through Arbonne? I think that's what it's done for me. I want to share to be able to do for others, or what it's going to do for you. You want to share so that you can do it with other people that you love and care about as well. When you, just on a side note too, guys, when you add people on Facebook, don't just leave it there. Make sure you send them a message, like Cass messages them when she gets home, you know, whether you've had a deep and meaningful conversation with them that day or not, where even if it was, you know, just someone at a dress shop or someone at a park, I always say, hey, you on Facebook? It's like my key go-to sentence. Hey, I know it's random, but are you on Facebook? I'd love to add you. Yeah, add me. People are like stoked. I've never had anyone say, unless they don't have Facebook. They go, oh, no, I'm not on Facebook. Insta? Yeah, I'm on Insta. Everyone's on something. It's very rare. I had a lady the other day. She's like, no, I'm not on Insta either. And I'm like, what do you do? What do you do all day? Funny. But, yeah. So, you know, and then I always get home and say, flick them a message and say, it was really lovely meeting you today. You know, just to establish that connection. And then I make an effort. I go to them and I click see first on their profile so that I never miss their posts, and I always like and comment. and really start to establish that connection. And then they see mine and they see what I do and, me establishing my brand. And, it just makes that message in a couple of days later when I reach out to them and say, hey, I know this is so random, but I'd love to send you some information about what I do. I think you might love it. And I really enjoyed meeting you the other day and I've enjoyed chatting with you. They're like, yeah, I'd love to. They're not just some random. I think that's really important. And guys, all of these steps, just on a side note, life is amazing. Where is the C first? It's a star. It's a star at the top of their page. You'll see it if you look for it now that you know what I've said, and it's that star symbol. What am I up to? Number 4 is connect with intention, as I was just talking about as well. It's a decision, guys, not always necessarily a want. There's been times at the park, and Jared will say to you as well, that I see people and I was like, I should talk to them, and I've got to be honest, sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I really don't. But I think I wonder what's going on in their life and, I wonder if they could be the next MVP and be like, I'm so grateful you come and approached me that day at the park because this business has changed my life. It's been amazing. Or you've changed my skin or you've changed my health or whatever it might be. And I do feel that, when I'm at the park, sometimes I'm like, I just want to push the kids or have a scroll. I don't really feel like going over there and talking to them. Or at the dress shop when they're like, can I help you? And my head's like, no, I'm fine. I'm just looking. But I'm like, actually, yes, I would love some help, just establishing that. And sometimes it's a decision. And that is a big difference between amateurs and leaders, is being able to act on and know that it's a smart decision rather than constantly going on emotion and feeling and what you want to do. Okay, knowing that difference, because I think that's very powerful. And the more you do that, the more you'll love it, the more empowered you'll feel from it, and the more professional you'll hold yourself. And before you know it, you're going to start to have a very different impact on those that you talk to. It's without a doubt true. And I think it's big deal. Anyway, sorry, I've been rambling heaps tonight, guys. I think it's 8:30, end of term. It's okay, Bucks. I'm up to number 5. I'm on my last tip. Last tip, number 5, is to build your brand. This is where I talk about social media a little bit. People need to learn who you are, and Facebook is such an amazing place to do that. A lot of people are at home today on Facey or Instagram, let's be honest, more than being out. So it's really important to establish this here if you want to go big in network marketing. Own who you are and what lights your soul on fire. Take your mask off because it'll make business so much easier. And it's so true. Stick to what's you. When I first started, I just copied and pasted all of the leaders' stuff. I even copied their stories, so ridiculous because I felt like mine wasn't good enough. And it was so silly. And when I started using my own stories and started just being me, people started to be drawn to me and my business started to take off. So I think that's really important, guys. Your story is unique, it's beautiful, and you're going to attract people like yourself. Sorry, I have a little dry throat. Yes, so be you. You'll really pay attention to your profile picture and your cover photos, guys. It's really important. They need to look good. They really do. I was listening to a training the other day, and her name was Whitney Husband. She's not with Arbonne, she's with a different network marketing company. She was training at GoPro, but her tips were amazing. And she was super loving and kind. She built her business while she was at college, living in a trailer as a single mom, parked at the back of her mum and dad's house. And she now earns over $1 million a year from her network marketing business. And she does nearly all of it online. So she was pretty awesome to listen to. Super Southern accent. She was really, y'all need to, which was pretty fun to listen to. But one thing she said that stood out to me, she goes, your profile picture needs to be of you. It needs to be a nice, beautiful photo of you. Not your cat, not your dog, not you cuddling your dog, but a photo of you. And I laughed, and everyone there laughed as well, because we're girls, and that's, very few of us have profile pictures of just us, of a headshot. Like, we just don't do that. But it is important. It really does it gives your Facebook that professional edge. And she spoke about changing your profile picture all the time. She said she notices when she changes her profile picture a lot, or when she changes it, sorry, she gets lots of likes and lots of comments. And when I thought about that, I know I do too. That's the thing I get commented on the most. So check your headshots, guys, and get that done. Another lady said, I always connect with photographers and organise a headshot shoot. You know, take a couple sets of clothes and get all those professional photos put into your Dropbox, and then they're ready to go to do a post with a nice quote, and you've got all these beautiful professional photos ready to access. And, you know, I know around here, I'm going to do a post and just say, you know, I'm looking for some aspiring photographers, because that's such an easy way to do it. You're going to connect. They're probably going to take them for free or next to nothing because they want to learn too, and you're going to have a file of some amazing photos. So great way to do it. It's all attraction marketing, guys. Add value in your Facebook page, and your value should be in line with Arbonne or our products, our opportunity, etc., etc. So add value in skincare, add value into health and wellness, add value into makeup tips, you know, add value into how to have glossy hair, you know, those sort of things. That's what our products sell. How to have energy, how to feel healthy, all of that sort of stuff. Add value into that. Organising online events are super powerful, guys. They're great when you're meeting new people. They get stale if you're going to add the same people into them all the time. But if you're meeting new people, so if you might meet someone, I'll give you, actually I took a photo of this, so I'll read it off here. These are 6 quick tips for online success. Tip 1, be good at becoming a person of value, adding value to your pages. Tip 2, sharpen up your profile, especially your profile picture and your cover photo. Tip 3, pick 3 to 5 passions, make at least 1 to 2 being something to do with your product or service, right? And rotate posting about them. So you don't want to do 10 posts in a row about our products or 10 posts in a row about your children. You want to jazz it up a little bit. And then this number 4 is to host online events. That's such a great place to put someone new that you've met into there. So when you meet someone, you'll add them as a friend on Facebook, right? Step 1, you meet someone in person, you say, hey, are you on Facebook? Add them on Facebook. Step 2, stay consistent with your message. Step 3, connect. If I, would you, or I thought of you because. Step 4, add them to an online event or send a tool. Step 5, get the appointment. Get off Facebook and make a phone call or a Zoom call or a coffee date or whatever it might be. But another tip for being with online, guys, is to be everyone's biggest cheerleader. You should just be a rain of positivity online, and I know all you guys are. And the last one is to be consistent. Consistent is all over everything. Connect with everyone who likes your stuff. You know, send them a message, thank them for the like. And great leaders ask great questions, establish conversation. Guys, this doesn't happen overnight. You know, you're not going to do an awesome post every day for a week and then get 5 people messaging you asking you about the business. It's just not how it works. You're not going to do an amazing post and then a wave of people are going to come. You have to go to them all the time, no matter what. I just don't believe that anyone's ever going to create a perfect enough Facebook that they don't have to ask people to join their business anymore, that everyone's just going to come to them. It doesn't work like that, and that's not the goal. It's never going to happen. What you want to do is create an awesome Facebook and Instagram, so that when you reach out and connect with people and they go to give you a stalk and check you out, you look like you're pro and you're onto it and you're professional and neat. That's the goal. You know, that's where you want to be happening at. And for those who continue to follow you, because fortune's in the follow-up, right? So you might reach out and offer someone the business, and then they start following you on Facebook and they notice she's consistent. She looks like an amazing leader. She's really true to her business. She's always true to her word. All these things are going to make them go, you know what? I do want to know what you're doing. And that might be, you might send them an invite and 12 months later they reply. That's totally happened to me. Some happen overnight, some happen later, but they replied because of my Instagram or my Facebook. And the lady I listened to on Eric Worre's panel today said she followed a different company, but she followed the leader for 12 months from her gym on her phone. Every time she'd have a workout, she got on and would search her name to see what was going on in her business before she reached out to her. She did that for 12 months. I wonder what she's up to now. I wonder if she's still doing that thing. You know, now she makes over $1 million a year as well from her business. So trust me, social media can be super powerful if you're doing it right. And it's all about lifestyle, guys. Posting your lifestyle, finding those 5 things and being sassy and professional with your photos. What's different between your photos and the other person's photos? Giving this thing a go, like giving it a, oh yeah, I'll see if it works for me. What makes you stand out to that person? What makes your photos look more crisp? What makes you look like you got more class? What makes you look like you got more edge, or that you know more, or you've just got that slight, you know, that slight edge of professionalism that everyone else doesn't have, because that's what they're going to come over to you for. No negative stuff on your Facebook, guys. I cannot stress that enough. You know, I'm not saying that no one's lives have negativity in them and that everything's positive and roses all the time, but you just don't want that for your social media stuff. Be really careful with sharing politics and deep beliefs and offensive stuff. You know, that's, you can be passionate about it. I'm not taking that away from you. There's plenty of things I'm passionate about, but I just don't post them on my Facebook page. It scares away massive chunks of business. It really does. You don't know, you just don't know who's looking at your business and is really keen and could be a rock star, and they see that post and go, oh no, I'm not joining her now. So you just have to be really careful. Once you put it out there, you can't bring it back, you know. And there's definitely been things I can't help myself. I'm so passionate and I share anyway, but I would really recommend that you really think, does this need to be on your Facebook page? You know, is it dirty laundry or is it positivity? So in closing, guys, because I've gone over all of that, that's everything I wanted to chat about tonight. I really wanted to just close up reminding you guys that, to me, the key parts to growing a business fast is saying your 60-second story a lot. And I think I post my kids too much too. I was thinking it today and I was having a scroll and I was like, I need to be more consistent with my 5 and go back to rotating between. We just love our babies. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's your 60-second story and listening to a SoundCloud a day. I think that's so, so key. If you're making new connections and telling the Arbonne story and you're listening to SoundClouds, your business will inevitably grow. The moment you stop and lose consistency, stop posting, you know, all of that, stop telling your 60-second story and stop listening, your business won't stop and stand still. It will go backwards. Okay? It's such a myth. If you think that your business is doing this, you're wrong. It's either doing up or down. Okay? I learned that the hard way. I tell that with love because I've been there. If I just take a rest today, it'll just hover. It doesn't. Okay? So, and you know, no business owner growing $1 million organization or whatever your goal is ever takes a rest for too long. You rest, absolutely rest. But like Jim Rohn says, if you rest for too long, the weeds are going to take your plants. And it's so true. So, you know, just keep true to your 60-second story, your SoundCloud, and your Facebook, Instagram post. Those 3 things can literally be done, or your follow-ups, you know, your DMO, and that stuff can literally be done in an hour. It really can. You can smash that out so quickly. So I think, especially if you've got big goals and you want to go places big, amplify that. The more you do that, I can't even stress to you guys enough how fast you'll grow. I really can't. When I started my business, I messaged so many people. I was just creating the biggest wave of where I could meet new people. I was joining every single group I could possibly join. I was getting to know who they knew as well, you know, like establishing that. And every single person I met, when they asked me what I did, my 60-second story rolled off my tongue like a song. I knew it so well and I sang it all the time. And I cannot stress that enough. If you don't know what I'm talking about with 60-second story, go to SoundCloud and type in Tamlin Samuel and put in 60-second story. It should come up, and have a listen and let me know if you need help putting yours together. But that's it for me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you've seen Cass's multi-nation training that was posted up on the 1st of the month. It was amazing, and try to stay on top of her lives because they are truly exceptional, guys, and they will help you leaps and bounds. Okay, have the very best night. Thanks so much for plugging in tonight, girls. Loved seeing yous on, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.